Morning, everybody. How you doing today? Welcome to the show. As you can tell from the background, it's a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit quicker today because I am here at Sector in Toronto, about to kick off with the second day keynote at 9 a.m. So that's why I'm pushing this out early. That's why you can see I'm actually right up on stage, sneaking a couple minutes to talk to you. In today's show, I really want to talk about delivering tough messages. So I'm actually, ironically, that's just me. Love it. For those of you on the podcast, I just popped up on screen, which is super cool. I've been really excited to be here at this conference. One of the things that I find really tricky, and this is sort of the key of the keynote, is delivering hard messages. Sometimes there's bad news. Sometimes you have to deliver something that people don't want to hear. Now that sounds really interesting in the context of where I am today and about to deliver a keynote to 1,300 security professionals. But it's important. So today I'm talking about security culture. I'm talking about the constraints and perceived constraints and sort of the organizational design, the technology choices that have come out of those constraints, and whether or not we should be questioning them. Now, I don't think it's a bad topic. I've got a ton of data, a ton of research to support all these points, but it is a message that's going to run sort of counter to what people are used to. It takes them out of their comfort zone, and this is something that happens quite often, especially in security in your day-to-day. You're going to be talking to the board, you're going to be talking to users, you're going to be talking to business units, and telling them about probably bad stuff, right? You're going to be coming and telling them that there's an insecure design, or that customer data was exposed, or any number of bad things, and how you deliver that message is absolutely critical. Now, I'm no expert, but I will share some of my opinions on it and some of my views on it as I'm about to do this to a massive room full of people. The key is really sticking to the facts, sticking to the data, and making a structured argument and taking the personalization out of it. So not blaming people, not saying, this is your fault, this is why it's a problem, but explaining the choice not to encrypt data at rest has less this exposure. And previously, when we did the risk evaluation, here is why we made this choice, or here, the risk evaluation wasn't done, whatever the context around that information is, and making sure that you take the personalization out of it. As soon as you make it personal, people will get defensive and they're not going to listen to the information because it's a tough sell anyway. You're telling them bad news. You're telling them something has been a mistake or something has hit the fan. So sticking to the data, absolutely critical. It's something I'm going to be doing today. Also keeping it lighthearted. So, I'm not going to be sitting here just yelling at people, though I'll probably get energetic about it. I'm going to try to keep it as humorous as possible. I'm going to make sure that the information is delivered in a compassionate, empathetic way, but also a lighthearted way, where appropriate. Absolutely critical where appropriate. And then the last point is really around that word I just said, is empathy. People are honestly trying to do the best job possible. So this is a scenario I deal with all the time when people are talking about security vulnerabilities being created in code. And my answer is always the same, very simple thing, that I've never met a developer who woke up and said, I'm going to go write crappy code today. They're trying to do their best, and humans make mistakes. So being empathetic and understanding and demonstrating that empathy when you're delivering a tough message really, really goes a long way. Now, I could just be talking out my you-know-what. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. I'm broadcasting this about 45 minutes before the keynote. Fingers crossed that the keynote is accepted well, that it resonates, that it gets the point across. We'll see. I'll talk about it online later. Hopefully people will be talking about the delivery and the message and the talk. If you follow the hashtag SectorCA, you'll see in real time how it's going, and of course I'll follow up on tomorrow's show. So that's it. How do you deliver tough news? How do you tackle these challenging subjects in a group discussion? How do you make sure that you're empathetic? How do you make sure that you can stick to the data and depersonalize it? Let me know. Hit me up online at MarkNCA, in the vlog, in the comments down below, and as always, for podcast listeners and everybody else, by email, me@markn.ca. I hope you're set up for a fantastic day. I'm set up for an exciting day. I'll see you, talk to you online, hopefully here at Sector in the show today, and I will see you on the show tomorrow. Have a great one.